Look who it is. Tate came for a visit. He's got his little lobster tie on. Okay, all right, that's enough. Anyway, I'm glad you're here today. I was in Nashville, Tennessee this weekend visiting my best friend. She just moved there. I did this eye over the weekend, and a bunch of people on Instagram asked me to do a tutorial, and I thought, perfect, I will bring it to YouTube. So I'm gonna do this eye today. There are only 2 products. My whole eye is only 2 products. That's not true. I have eyeliner and mascara, but I mean 4 products maybe. So it's super easy. I keep the rest of the face bare. This is really kind of a get ready with me. I'm going to talk about a lot of different things. I'm going to talk about TikTok. I'm going to talk about this horrible red carpet that I've been living with for 10 years. I don't tell anyone about that. It's exclusive here on YouTube. Only would I tell you guys about my horrible red carpet, and maybe some of you can help me with that too. So anyway, I'm glad you're here today. Let's do a get ready with me. Seint and Demi, mostly Demi, and we're gonna do this really pretty easy eye today, so stay tuned. Hey, welcome back to my channel. I am Michelle Spieler. I'm an over 25-year professional makeup artist. I come from the Hollywood industry. I now live on the East Coast, and I started a YouTube channel a few years ago. It wasn't until my joining TikTok in August 2020 that my YouTube started to take off. Women were curious and they clicked it, and I'm just so thankful to TikTok for that. I'm also the creator of Mature Makeup Masterclass. I created a giant masterclass with 21 videos on how to use mature techniques to look pretty close up, because we are the Look Good Close Up Club here. And I know what it's like to be in your late 30s, early 40s, and all of a sudden what worked when we were younger no longer is working, and our skin looks more textured. We look more cakey, things are starting to sink and sag, and it is a scary time. And so I hold your hand through the whole process. I break it down into sections like foundation, matte foundation, primer, skin prep, skincare, contour. You know, I break it down into sections. You can watch it at your leisure. You have it forever. It's on a platform called Teachable, so all you have to do is sign into it. And I've priced it low at $57. Originally, it was going to be about $200, and then I thought that can be steep for some women. And then I thought of making it $99 because I thought that's fair. It's 21 videos. But then I thought, well, in a world where we have so much free content on YouTube and TikTok, I thought I'm going to price it deliberately low at $57. Anyone can afford $57, even if you have to save up for a few months. And I really hold your hand, and I really felt that was a fair price, and I really felt it included everyone. So I have kept it at $57 for 1 year, and I'm thinking of raising it to $97. But we'll see how it does in the next couple months, and I might raise it to $97. So get in now is what I'm saying, okay? Getting back to TikTok. So the reason I got onto TikTok is I was on Facebook. To me, Facebook is a very unhappy place. It's kind of like the bitter, jilted woman. You know, it's just, to me, it's so unhappy. I just cannot stand Facebook. And I reported a child porn site. I reported a child porn site, not alone. There was thousands of us. There was a guy who was very much into pursuing pedophiles, child predators online. Very common on Facebook are Facebook groups, and there was one on gaming. It was a gaming group, and there was very jarring images of grown men with naked little girls, or naked men with clothed little girls on a bed. And it was sickening. So I, like many other thousands, reported it. And Facebook kept saying, this doesn't break any violation. And we just kept reporting and reporting and reporting. It was like a 3-day weekend. And we just couldn't believe it. We couldn't believe we were all being told that it didn't break any guidelines. And then finally, I guess Facebook just got so fed up that they took the group down. They let us all know. And The very next day, that group was back up under a new name. So it's a vicious cycle. Well, that same next day, I got a message from Facebook saying, you cannot do any lives for 30 days. You're in Facebook jail. I'm like, for reporting about child porn? I'm in Facebook jail? That made no sense to me. So my daughter had been on an app called Musical.ly for a couple years, which was just a bunch of kids lip syncing and dancing, and it changed over to TikTok. And we were in the pandemic, and it was such a happy place. I was watching it more than TV. I never laughed so hard in my life. I know a lot of Gen Z, and I mean Gen X and boomers thought it was just a dancing app. It absolutely was not. Even in 2020, I've never laughed so hard in my life because people were home, they were bored, they were lonely, and TikTok was just my favorite place. And so I started growing my account as Clean Beauty Babe. And I was only doing clean beauty, as many of you know. And then I learned too much about the clean beauty industry and was like, we're done here. I will still use clean beauty. Today I used Say Slip Tint. I absolutely love Say. It's my tinted moisturizer. It's very sheer. You can still see sunspots and some pink peeking out, but I still love clean beauty, but I love all beauty, and I'm not going to hold back from any brand unless they're like horrible, horrible people, but I haven't come across that. And so anyway, that's how I grew TikTok. And so TikTok is my first love. This is what I'm getting at. TikTok is my first love. Remember being a teenager or college and falling in love for the first time. TikTok's my first love. They might ban it. We find out this week. And the reason they want to ban it is because we now have 150 million Americans on TikTok, and the average age is 31, and the average watch time is 90 minutes a day. It's replacing television, and it is for me. I rarely watch television anymore. I'm on TikTok. So the government now has seen that on the ground level, people can get real facts, not conspiracy theories, real facts out to the American public, and the government can't control the narrative anymore, and so they want to shut down TikTok. And this is completely bipartisan. Both parties want to shut down TikTok. So TikTok is working very hard to stay in America. I don't know if leadership will change. I don't know what's going to happen. If it gets taken away, then it gets taken away. It will never be repeated on any other platform. You cannot organically grow that again. That was just completely organic magic. But as much as TikTok is my first love, YouTube is, I would say YouTube is my husband. YouTube is my marriage. YouTube is my heart. And I have grown to love YouTube so much. I love doing my Seint and Demi videos on Wednesday nights, and I love doing everything else under the sun on Saturdays. I love this audience. I feel like I know so many of you. You're here every week, and I feel like we're a real community. I felt that at one point on TikTok, but TikTok is now so huge, and there's so much white noise, and there's the algorithm. Like, I used to get 20,000 views a video easily, minimum, and now I'm getting under 1,000 because the algorithm is changing, and that's okay. I still put content out because someone needs to see it. I'm helping somebody, right? But YouTube is growing. YouTube is good to me. YouTube knows that I'm here for education. They love my audience. They love our demographic. Thank God they support a mature demographic. So I just want you to know that more and more of my time and effort is going into YouTube. So if you have topics that you want to hear about, let me know. I get my best ideas from you guys. I'm here for you. I'm not here for me. I mean, yes, I earn money and it's great and I'm so thankful, but I already know all this. So I'm here to help you and teach you. And when I get feedback that says, you know, my husband or my boyfriend or my friends at lunch commented on how good I looked or what skincare am I using because I'm looking younger. that's why I'm here. Okay. And I know it's vanity and I know it's shallow, but when you feel cute, when you feel a little more youthful and cute, you cannot tell me that does not change your whole day. And when you have that energy, right, and a little bit of self-love and joy, you cannot tell me that you don't want to pour out to others. It's like a cycle, right? You want to pay it forward. You want to pour out to others. You know, maybe you're a little bit kinder to people when you're in a grocery store line, or maybe you pay for someone's groceries, or maybe you give money to a homeless person and you don't judge if they're going to use it for alcohol or cigarettes. They're on the streets and they clearly need money, you know. I know it's so silly, but I know the psychology of makeup and beauty, and it really does make a difference in someone's life. And so if I can just help you feel a little bit better and make some really like generous choices in your life, then job well done. I love it. I'm here for it. Okay, so I want to tell you a couple things really quick. One, do you see this pocket of fluid? I still have a pocket of fluid. Look at that. I still have a pocket, so I'm still healing. No one prepares you for how long it takes to heal from plastic surgery. No one prepares you for it. They tell you it's a couple weeks, you can go back to work, you can wear makeup at like 2-3 weeks. It's not fun to put on makeup when you can't feel your face. This feels like a cadaver. It's gross. And so I feel like I haven't done as much content, definitely not as much on TikTok. I used to post 1 to 2 times a day, and I may be posting 4 videos a week on TikTok. I'm not really enjoying makeup, just because of, it's not fun to put it on because I can't stand, my nose always runs when I talk. Okay, I have a big juicy pimple right here. Can you see that? And it's one of those ones where it's kind of raised and red, but then on the tip of it is a white head. And you can cover a red blemish. We're going to do it today with Demi, but a white head, you can't cover. Nothing will stick to it. Plus it's sticking out, right? So it's going to have light and shadow. And so many of you know this trick, but I'm going to tell you right now. I learned this over 20 years ago. I don't know, maybe a dermatologist told me. You can take a lancet, okay? These are what diabetics use to prick themselves. So I get a box of lancets. I've taught my daughter how to do this as well. And you open it up, and there is a little needle. You see that little needle? Maybe. A little needle, okay? And you have to have a magnification mirror. You have to have good light. So I always go up to a window with a magnification mirror. And you kind of look where the head of the whitehead is, and you just lightly push the needle, and you barely feel it, but you lightly push the needle into the whitehead, okay? I'm going to put this back on because I want to be... Once you use this, you have to throw it away for hygiene purposes, but that hasn't been used, so... Then this is so important. Do not take your fingers. You have to take a tissue with your fingers and push the whitehead together, and then the pus and bacteria comes out, okay? Then you can kind of pat it a few times. You can take a little bit of alcohol or like a toner and kind of go over it to just start to dry and heal it, okay? And to get off any bacteria. Now, I'm back to just a little reddish pink blemish, and that's very easy to cover. So I wanted to go over that today because I never want someone to go, because when you do that with your fingers, 1, you have bacteria on your fingers. 2, you're rupturing the blemish. It's rupturing, and that's what leaves a scar. If you use a lancet, you will never leave a scar. It's like and I always taught clients how to do this, especially male clients, because men love to, they love that, and they love to see it squirt all over the place because guys can be gross. So I would educate them on what to do. Sometimes I would even buy them a box of lancets. So it works. It's a tried and true process. Just be the more gentle, the better. Don't be harsh. If you're kind of a harsh person or you're a picker, maybe don't attempt this. I don't want to trigger you into picking your whole face and poking your whole face. So there is that. That's what I wanted to talk about first. What else? I think that's it. So we're going to go Oh, I know what I was going to tell you. Okay, so if you've been here for a while and you know me well, you know that this is my, this is my eyebrow I don't like. And this is my good eyebrow. So this eyebrow is longer and it has a higher peak. This eyebrow is shorter and it kind of goes, wah. And even my hooded eye was heavier on this side. I don't know why that is. We just have asymmetry in our face. My surgeon did not want to do a brow lift on me because when he lifted my brow, it was like 1 millimeter. Like, what's the point? There's no point. But let me tell you this. If you look at my brows carefully right now, they're completely even. That's because I went to get Dysport. Now, you know I don't do my forehead. The girl back in August did part of my forehead. And she's like, don't worry. I promise there'll be movement. And it forced my brows down and I looked kind of angry for 3 months and I freaking hated it. I like my forehead to be able to move. I'm very expressive. But this whole middle of your forehead is a downward muscle. It moves your muscles down, okay? This muscle way up here at the hairline moves up. So when you put Dysport or Botox literally along the hairline, it gives you a mini brow lift. Do you see that? Like I just had it done over a week ago, so it's already kicked in. But I can tell you my brow bone is slightly lifted and I can see more of my crease in my eyelid all because of that. But also it evens out. She can do a little bit more over here and it brings this brow up. And look at how soft and natural that looks. It doesn't look like I have any Dysport in my face. I can still move my eyebrows and I still have creases, so no one would ever know I had Dysport in my forehead. But because you go up there, it gives you a mini brow lift and you can even create some symmetry back to your face. So I want to talk about that because I don't see a lot of women talking about this zone way up here that literally lifts like a full millimeter, if not more. I mean, I'll take it. That's great. I don't want to have a brow lift. I really don't. I've decided I don't want to have surgery ever again. I don't want surgery. I am getting CO2 laser. Oh, that's another thing I wanted to tell you. Okay, so remember the whole reason I went in for surgery was because of my fat pockets. My lower face collapsed. I had the fat pockets. So he sucked out the fat pockets. They're nice and smooth, but because they were like a little pregnancy pocket, right? They can pull and lift, but there's still that stretched out skin, like a pregnancy tummy. So he told me even before surgery, we're going to CO2 laser this. So I'm going to go in for CO2 laser, but never ever do CO2 laser before summer. Plus I'm not healed. They don't want to ever do it the first 6 months. I'm going to Hawaii in September to take my mom's ashes. Finally, she died in 2019. We were going to go to Hawaii in 2020, but the pandemic hit. So we're finally taking my mom's ashes because we took my brother's ashes to Hawaii. We're taking my mom's ashes. It was her wish, along with 7 of her dogs. 7 of her dogs. It's a lot of ashes. Anyway, so I'll be getting CO2 laser next fall, and I'll take you all along on that journey because I'm excited. Okay, we're going to start with eyes today, and the reason I'm doing this particular eye look today is because I went to Nashville this weekend to visit my best friend. We're both from California. We've known each other since we were little kids. Our families grew up in the same church together, and our parents knew each other, and but we became really close. Good grief. We became really close in a college career group in church. We were about 19 and we became best friends. Okay, these are Pacifica. I'm going to have to put sponsored today because Pacifica sent me these and Say sent me this. So I have to put sponsored because it was gifted. But just know today is really about these are amazing. And you know what else I love about these? If you put on like a really nice eye cream under them or an eye serum, it really lets it like really soak in. The thing I love about these, I put that one a little too. The thing I love about these is you can take them off and put them right back on this plastic, and then they go in this little tin. Keep it in your refrigerator, because let me tell you, when these are they're already cool, but when they're cold from your refrigerator, they help to depuff at the same time, okay? And okay, so I went to Nashville, and my best friend said she loved my eyeshadow that day, but I got a lot of comments on Instagram. A lot of people were like, show us this eyeshadow, and I'm like, you got it. So I'm going to get out my Seint. And you know what else I'm going to get out? I need my Demi real quick. I need my Demi. Yes, this is, do you see red carpet in here? That's the reason I used my gray background. Well, the gray background I like for TikTok because it's vertical. It's a vertical video, and also I think it looks more professional, but I was starting to feel like I was, I don't know, taking a mug shot for YouTube, because YouTube is this landscape version, and I like having a little bit of something behind me. And I have two windows right here facing me, and then I have a light. But I have red carpet, y'all. We've lived in this house 10 years. I told you we've been broke as a joke forever. We have money now. I could pay someone right now to come in and redo all the carpet upstairs. I don't want to live through it. Have you ever been there? Do you know what it's like to recarpet a whole floor? Stairs, hallway, 3 bedrooms. I almost would rather pull my eye teeth out. And I know they do it. I know they move the furniture and they put in the beautiful carpet, and then they move the furniture back. They do all the work, but you still have to like clean and organize and maybe purge some stuff. Plus they have to do the closets. It's just overwhelming. It's overwhelming. So I live with red carpet in this room, and it goes up my stairs. Red carpet. It's over 25 years old. It's so old. It's so gross. I'm telling you that because you're going to see it. And I want you to know I come from very humble beginnings. And now I'm stuck with red carpet because I just don't want to go through it. I don't know. Maybe someone out there can encourage me to actually go through all the work of getting new carpet. But right now I just can't even. I can't. And it'd have to be in summer because it has to be a time when my daughter is off, because her room's in my, it's just too much. I'm super overwhelmed by new carpet. Plus we live in an older house. Our house was built in 71. We have very creaky floors, so they're going to have to put in all new subfloors to make it nice and quiet again. I can't do it. I'm just can't. Okay, so I'm going to take this color. This is the, is this NG? Yeah, that's NG. By the way, no one in the world knows I have red carpet except my closest friends and family. So the fact that I'm telling you means I love you and trust you, and you're my inner circle. Okay, so I'm going to go with NG. I could do bronzer, but I find Demi stays on longer and has less of a sheen. Bella bronzer, you know, is my favorite. But Bella has a little bit of a sheen, and it's sheer. You can really build it up, which is another reason I love it. I love Bella. And if I'm in a big hurry, I'll definitely put Bella in my crease. But look at that. Okay, so that's nothing. And that's the NG. And it's kind of a khaki brown. There's a little bit of a yellowish green to it, but it's definitely brown. By the way, this is a really easy eye I'm doing today, okay? But I'm gonna do a shadow, and it's a Seint shadow, and it's kind of messy. And I'm gonna use it anyway because it's so pretty, but it's kind of messy. So that's why I have these under my eye. When I do professional makeup, it doesn't matter if I'm a TV, commercial, wedding, My friend Carla drags me into wedding makeup monthly, except this is kind of a quiet time of year. And she knows I'm super busy, so I'm doing less and less weddings, but she'll put me with all the mothers of the bride, mothers of the groom, because she knows I really enjoy doing mature makeup. And I always do eyes first, because if anything gets messy, you can quickly clean it away real quick with a makeup wipe, and then now go in and do the rest of the face, rather than doing the whole face, then doing the eyes. Oop, we have a little cleanup on aisle 5, so we have to clean that up, then redo the concealer. Why would I want to create more work for myself? So I always do eyes first, always. Always, always, always I do eyes first. And I think I'm going to also do the tiniest bit of brows, just real tiny. I don't want a serious brow today. I'm home today. I have to finally set up an LLC. By the way, the whole thing with the bank got reversed from the double charges from the IRS. But then we got a letter from the IRS on Tuesday stating that we bounced our payment to them. Now we didn't. The first one went through and they have it in their possession. They have it. But this second payment, because it's all digital and it's some kind of glitch, this payment now looks like we bounced to the IRS. You never want to owe the IRS. You never want to piss the IRS off. So we had to call my accountant, and he said, give it about a week to a week and a half for everything to kind of settle, and then log into your irs.gov account and see what the balance is. And if there still is a balance of that amount, you have to call them and tell them that it's a double payment and they already got their first payment. But it's a lot of time on the phone. You have to make sure you get someone who's actually going to listen to you and do something about it. And again, I just had to say, God, it's in your hands. This is way too big. This is a Goliath, and I'm not going to fight this. Okay, I'm going to take this gorgeous color. I think I've maybe done, I feel like I've possibly used this color before, especially for my silver foxes. If you're a silver fox and you've seen my silver fox eye makeup video, this is Everest, and it is this gorgeous shimmery gray taupe. It's like a gray taupe. And watch what I'm gonna do. I literally take my finger, because it's less messy with the finger, and it's kind of sheer. Do you see how smoky that's becoming? Oh my gosh, that's so pretty. It's so pretty. So that's all on my eye. My eye's pretty much, except for mascara and eyeliner, my eye's done. I have one Demi in the crease, and I have this gorgeous Everest on my eyelid. Now, if you have a hooded eye, you can take this Everest up to where your crease would be. You know, obviously you're not going to go all the way up to the brow bone, but you're going to go close to the brow bone with it. Look at that. See how it's kind of like a smoky gray, but there's a little bit of a lightness to it. Can you see this? Look at this. Oh, it's so pretty. Look, it's like a silver taupe. And if you look at it really, really close up, there is a microscopic glitter. It's microscopic. I just love it. I love this, okay? Then I'm gonna take my Chanel, and I'm gonna lightly work my Chanel pencil, or you could use any black pencil. I'm gonna work my Chanel pencil into my lash line. You see the difference in the two eyes? And you know what? You don't even have to use an eyeliner with this if you don't want. If you feel like it's smoky enough and that, you know, the mascara will give you enough depth at the lash line, you don't have to do eyeliner. You know me, I'm just an eyeliner girl, okay? And I'm gonna go. Now you'll notice I didn't use my MAC paint pots. I have not been using my MAC paint pots right now while I'm healing. My eyes are still healing. And I'm gonna be honest, the scar grosses me out. But when I did makeup for all these years, anytime I had a mature woman in my chair who had a scar, so I knew she had surgery, sometimes I'd ask them about it and sometimes not. You can tell if someone's open to talking about something or if they're a real private person. But I would be grossed out by scars on women. I just am a queasy person. I don't know how else to say it. I'm a really queasy person, okay? So there's my eyes. Love, love, love. Now I'm gonna go in with my NV+1, right? And I'm going to smoke this kind of like into the black, but also above the black. Because that NV+1 kind of creates like a natural shadow. There's no line, it's just kind of shadowy looking. Now, some of you love the NV+1 as liner, and some of you say it doesn't stay. Some of you say it gets all over. If you have a hooded eye, yeah, it's wax. And if it warms up, it can move. But I don't have an eye where my upper eye touches my eyelid. And now that I've had eye surgery, even more so. So I love the NV+1. Now I'm also going to take whatever is left on the brush. I'm not going back and dipping it. I'm just going with whatever is left on the brush. I love to go underneath for that really kind of natural shadow under the lashes, okay? All right. I'm gonna go do mascara, which is boring and takes too long, and I will be right back to do the under eyes. Okay, so I have a little bit of mascara on. I didn't go too crazy today. You have to be careful lifting these. They don't hurt, but they can tug at the skin a little bit, and we are very delicate under our eye. But look, they just go right back on their little pad. Sealed up. Says they last about a year. It's amazing. And let's look at my under eyes close up. Yep, nice and clean. Now, when I did this look in Tennessee, I had sparkle everywhere under my eye. You also want to keep them on while you do mascara because sometimes shadow can drop into our lashes. We put mascara on and more drops under here. So very, very important to keep those on. But do you see how we've got a little bit of like khaki warm brown with that cool gray? It's just so flattering to mix those warms and those cools. And that's it. That's all I have on my eye. I have nothing else. Okay, so now I'm going to go in to my peach. Do my peach. Now remember, you can always get a free color match. Always, always, always. And you'll notice I'm only putting the peach where I have the true purple blue. I'm not putting it anywhere else because this is not concealer. This is not coverage. This is canceling color. Okay, it's very, you have to retrain your brain how to do makeup, and trust me, I had to really retrain my brain. But this peach cancels the blue purple, so now you don't see the peach or the blue purple. They cancel each other, okay? It's not concealer. Some of you are putting it on too thick, and some of you are putting it on too sheer, and you're not seeing the color being canceled. And when I tell you it takes work, I'm not kidding. Now, I do make 2 private Demi videos that are just for my personal clients. So if you have an artist that you've worked with Seint and you love your artist, ask your artist for help with Demi. I will always point you back to your artist. If your artist doesn't do Demi, is not comfortable with Demi, then that's when I provide my party link, and I can color match you for Demi. You can use my party link, so you keep your artist, but I get the credit for the Demi sale. And then you get the Demi videos that only my clients get. Okay, so that's just where my blue purple is. Now you can still see, do you see how I have a little discoloration under the eye? We'll fix that in a minute. What I want to do first is I want to go in and with the really kind of yellow, kind of an orangey yellow, I'm gonna go in. This is pink and red, right? But it's a cool red. There's a ton of blue and purple in there. So we can't go over it with green. It's gonna create like a beige, weird, beigey. It's gonna create like a beigey, kind of a grayish tone. It's not flattering. It's not skin. If someone is very, very fair, I'm light to medium, but if someone is very fair, then for sure green can work. But not a mint green, not like what you see in drugstores. The color correctors in drugstores are horrific. They're all wrong. That's why I invested in this Demi kit, because there was nothing like this on the planet, and everything in the drugstores is like mint green, light yellow. Well, those colors don't really work on the face. I always have a little pinkish red around my nose. I have broken capillaries, which I'm gonna have my friend take care of. She does electrology. By the way, if you are in Tennessee, Nashville, or if you're even near Tennessee, Nashville, Tennessee, and you don't mind the drive, you need to go see Kara, because she does electrology. So she went in this weekend and she did a bunch of, I get black whiskers like right out here. I get normal peach fuzz here, but out here I get like the really thick, coarse black whiskers. And she did electrology on that, and they'll never grow back. It's so exciting. You don't want to do laser hair removal. Laser hair removal is more like temporary hair removal, and it almost always grows back. You have to have electrology because they put a probe deep into your follicle, zap it, pull out that hair, and it's like they kill that follicle and it never grows hair again. It's proven. It's really good. So I have a little tiny bit of pink right here on my chin, so I love to do a little bit of that orangey yellow. Okay, now for my under eye, which doesn't look quite polished, I go in with my light color. And you can tell I'm using a fluffy brush because that's how light we're putting it on. I'm not doing my sunspots today. I already did a video on how to cover sunspots with Demi, and dang it, it works so well. But now do you see how that under eye is highlighted but very polished looking, where here I'm still discolored? That's why I love the light peach under the eye. You're fine. Tate's here at my feet. A lot of you asked me about Tate. He's doing great. He's a sweet boy. He's crazy. He's crazy. Yeah, you're fine. It's just daddy. Okay, so do you see that under my eye? And then the thing I love about Demi is close up, it has a beautiful sheen like real skin. And that's why I love it. Okay. I love that. Okay. You can see a little bit of that NV+1 smoked under my eyes, but it is super soft. I'm going to do the tiniest bit of mascara, little mascara. I like a little mascara on my lower eye. And if there's any darkness on the lashes, I'll pick a little off. I don't like spider lashes, but I do like lashes. Okay, that looks good. I'm gonna go in with Quiet, my Bella bronzer. And lately I've been using the shape brush. It doesn't put it on quite as airbrushy as the big bronzer brush. Come here, sit down. Come here. Come here. I have to be so careful with brushes because I'm using a new retinaldehyde and it's pretty strong. And I don't want to exfoliate my skin as I put bronzer on, so I'm very, very careful when I use brushes. I'm going for a really light skin today. I really don't want any, I'm not gonna use my Seint 3D. I don't use my Seint 3D most days. I like it for special occasions. I like it for evenings. I like it for special occasions. I like it for occasional videos. But I really just like my skin to look like skin close up, so I really don't do the Seint 3D every day. I use Bella, of course. Love Bella. It's the best bronzer in the world. It really is. Okay. And then I can even take a tiny bit. I can do a little bit of Bella on the outer eye. Kind of gives it that, you know, matchy cohesive look. And then I need a blush. I don't have a blush. Doggone it. All right, hold on. I'm not going anywhere, buddy. I'm not going anywhere. I'm right here. Let's see. What's this? So fun. Ibiza? Oh, I think that's a limited edition one. Darn it. I have so many palettes, it's not even funny. What's this one? Desert Sunset. I love Desert Sunset, but I don't want to use that. Oh my gosh. Okay, let's do, remember when this came out? That's no longer available, but Tiger Lily, that's limited edition. Bear, that's what I want. I want Bear. Good grief. Sorry. Okay, so I'm gonna use Bear. It's just super nude, but I want the eyes to be the star. So, ooh, look at that. Holy moly, is that pigmented. I was not prepared for that. It's nice to know that something that light is that pigmented. Woo, I like that. Okay, but then I'm gonna go in with my other shape brush. Holy moly, I cannot believe all that pigment. This might be one of my new favorite blushes, the Bear. My favorite is R5, the Demi R5, because it gives you that beautiful flush of pink in the cheeks. But I like this Bear when I really want to play up the eyes and I don't want my cheeks to be the focus, but I want color in my cheeks. Then I love using that. And then what I do is once that's on, right, take a little bit of that, and then I can even go in with the tiniest bit of, there's always, you know, 3D candlelit right here, and look. And then I kind of make this look more skin-like, and then the color's out here. Isn't that nice? And look how I look contoured just because of I'm contoured just from my natural surgery. Just because he picked my cheeks up. So now my apple cheeks are higher, but so are all my cheeks. So I have natural contouring now. There's absolutely no contouring there. And then we have to do lips, right? To complete the look. What's this? Is this Maybelline? I don't like that color as much today. So I guess I threw all of my lip colors, I think in my, oh, you know, we're going to use this Anastasia color. This is so pretty. Do you see that my lips are now more evened out? So see, I still pull a little bit that way, but that's exactly how my lips looked before surgery. But my injector and I are testing it out. She put 1 prick of Botox right here. I don't like Botox. She likes Dysport, but she said you need Botox for right here. 1 prick. She said never in her whole career has she only done 1 prick in an area. But we wanted to test it and see. And what it did is it really does prevent my lip from pulling really strongly this way. But when I go back in 2 weeks, when I go back in 2 weeks, she might do a tiny bit more, like half a cc. It's so funny. She's like, I've never just done half or 1 before. Because it can correct the natural asymmetry I had. That's Bear. Ooh, I love a Bear lip. I love it. Some of you, you would look washed out. I don't think you would look washed out in the blush. I think the blush is very, very pretty, but some women need that bright color on their face to brighten their face up, or if you have any type of rosacea or ruddiness, this is gonna look really dead. But if you love that whole Brigitte Bardot nude lip, or even the nude lips we did in the 90s where it was very neutral nude, and then we did a heavy eye. I love this look. It's not for everyone, but you could do any color lip with this. You could do a coral lip, you could do a pink lip, you could do a peach, would be very pretty. Red, you could do a red lip, especially because if you're doing a light blush and a deeper eye, you could totally do a red lip with this. So this is a really pretty eye with any lip color. Just if you're gonna do a brighter lip with this eye, you have to go very bare, and not this bare, but you have to go very light-handed with the blush because you want your eyes to be the focus, and lips too. But I saw a lot of this on the red carpet for the Oscars. I saw a lot of eyes played up with red lips, but they keep the rest of the face very natural, very bare and natural, even though, you know, they had a lot of makeup on. But it's all about balance, okay? So I just love it. I love it. I love this look. I love Seint so much. I hope you do too. It's just, it's so beautiful, and there's nothing like it. And the more and more I try different brands, different products, the more I'm convinced that Seint is really still #1 in my heart. Nothing will replace Demi. Demi is #1 in my heart. Much of the 3D is amazing. And one of the reasons that I love our eyeshadows is because you're not stuck with a palette. I have countless palettes, countless, and I might use 1 or 2 from each palette. With Seint, you can decide on your palette, you know, and I help you with that. You know, when someone says, hey, can you color match me? Can you know, I have blue eyes and I like mauves and plums. Yep, I have a whole palette for that. It's called the Bend and Snap, you know. Or if someone's like, hey, I'm kind of warm and I don't like a lot of effort, and I really like, you know, really natural, boom, neutral #2. It's my #1 palette I recommend for women. So I can put together a quad for you. Sometimes I tell you 6 or 7 colors so you can pick what you need. But when I tell you 6 or 7 colors, I'm not expecting you to buy all 6 and 7. I just like to show women options, but I always send quads that I've put together. Once they ship, I put them 4 together. I take a photograph of it and then I label each color. And I love doing that. I love helping women with eyeshadows. So anyway, thanks today. I know today I was all over the place, but I think because I've done so many Seint and Demi videos over the year, I think going forward, we're going to do a lot of get to know me, a lot of get ready with me, a lot of what's going on in my life. And then I'll always put a timestamp. So if you're not here to learn more about what a mess my life is, you can always just jump ahead to the makeup. You know, I don't want to bore you, but some people do like to know more about a person. It helps them to relate, you know? I mean, the fact that I have red carpet, how many people in America have red carpet other than like a Baptist church? Okay, it's embarrassing, but I don't care. I don't care, because I could have someone tomorrow recarpeting my whole house. I don't want to live through it. Maybe you guys can encourage me in comments. Maybe someone's lived through a recent recarpeting of the house and maybe you can tell me it wasn't so bad. I know a family that had to move out for a couple days in a hotel. My daughter would probably think that was fun, but that, you know, we'd have to wait for summer. So maybe summer, maybe this summer I'll be doing that. I just don't know. I don't know how I feel about it. Anyway, I just want you to know God loves you so much, and so do I. Bye for now.